For centuries, people have tortured their bodies in the name of beauty. Some trends were painful, some deadly, and some are almost impossible to believe actually existed. Foot binding. For nearly 1,000 years in China, young girls were forced into one of the most painful beauty practices in history. Their feet were tightly wrapped with cloth, while the bones were still growing, slowly breaking and bending them into a tiny shape known as lotus feet. Walking became painful for life, yet small feet were seen as elegant and attractive among wealthy families. Many girls could barely move without assistance, but society treated the suffering as normal. Parents believed it increased marriage opportunities and social status. The disturbing part is how deeply accepted it became for generations. And unbelievably, this was only the beginning of humanity's obsession with appearance. Powdered wigs. In the 17th and 18th centuries, giant white wigs became a symbol of wealth and power across Europe. Kings, politicians, and wealthy citizens proudly wore them in public. But most people never realized the wigs hid a disturbing problem. At the time, diseases like syphilis often caused severe hair loss, so wigs became a fashionable cover. Many were covered in scented powder because they smelled terrible after repeated use. Worse still, the wigs attracted lice and insects. Some people reportedly found mice living inside them. Yet despite the filth, society treated these oversized wigs as a sign of class and sophistication. But fashion would soon become even more dangerous. Lead makeup. For centuries, pale white skin was considered the ultimate beauty standard in Europe. To achieve it, many women used makeup made with lead, a toxic metal slowly poisoning them every day. Queen Elizabeth I famously wore thick white lead makeup to hide scars from smallpox, and many others copied the look. Over time, the makeup damaged skin, caused hair loss, and sometimes led to serious illness or death. Ironically, the more the makeup destroyed their appearance, the more they applied to cover the damage. It became a terrifying cycle hidden beneath beauty culture. And while this trend sounds horrifying today, people at the time willingly risked their health just to appear fashionable. Corsets. For hundreds of years, women squeezed their bodies into tight corsets to create an unnaturally small waist. Some corsets were pulled so tightly that breathing became difficult. Doctors at the time warned that the pressure could damage ribs, crush internal organs, and cause fainting spells, yet the trend continued anyway. In Victorian society, a tiny waist represented beauty, discipline, and status. Many women began wearing corsets from a young age, permanently reshaping their bodies over time. Public appearances often mattered more than physical comfort. The strange part is how normal suffering became within fashion culture. But soon, fashion crossed into something even more bizarre and dangerous. Crinoline dresses. During the mid-1800s, giant crinoline dresses became one of the most popular fashion trends in Europe. The dresses used massive cage-like frames underneath to create enormous skirts that could barely fit through doors. Women struggled to sit, walk, or move safely while wearing them. But the real danger came from fire. Since the skirts spread widely and were made from highly flammable materials, many women accidentally caught fire after standing too close to candles or fireplaces. Historical reports suggest thousands died because of these dresses. Imagine wearing clothing so dangerous that a simple candle could become fatal within seconds. Yet despite the risk, the trend remained wildly fashionable for years. Blackened teeth. In modern society, healthy white teeth are considered attractive, but in parts of historical Japan, the exact opposite became fashionable. A practice known as ohaguro involved dyeing teeth black, using a mixture made from iron filings and vinegar. Married women and members of the aristocracy often followed the trend because black teeth symbolized beauty, maturity, and loyalty. To outsiders today, the appearance can seem unsettling, but at the time, it represented social status and elegance. Interestingly, the mixture may have also helped protect teeth from decay. Still, the visual effect shocked many foreign visitors who witnessed the tradition for the first time. And history's strangest trends were far from over. Chopines. In Renaissance Europe, some women wore platform shoes called Chopines that reached unbelievable heights. In Venice, certain pairs became over 20 inches tall, forcing women to rely on servants or walking sticks just to move safely. The shoes were designed to display wealth because the higher the platform, the more fabric the dress required, proving the wearer could afford expensive clothing. Walking became slow, unstable, and dangerous, but appearance mattered more than practicality. Some women reportedly fell and injured themselves while wearing them. Yet society continued treating these towering shoes as fashionable status symbols. Even today, modern fashion occasionally echoes this obsession with uncomfortable footwear. Arsenic dresses. In the 1800s, bright green clothing became incredibly popular after manufacturers discovered pigments containing arsenic created vivid colors. Dresses, gloves, artificial flowers, and wallpapers were all produced using the toxic chemical. The problem was that arsenic could slowly poison people through prolonged exposure. Some women experienced headaches, skin irritation, breathing problems, and serious illness after wearing these fashionable green garments. Factory workers suffered even worse conditions while producing them. Yet the demand remained high because the color looked luxurious and modern. Many people either ignored the risks or simply didn't understand them fully. And disturbingly, dangerous fashion trends still appear in different forms even today. Neck rings. Among certain cultures in Southeast Asia, women traditionally wore stacked brass rings around their necks from a young age. Over time, the rings created the illusion of an extremely long neck by pushing down the shoulders and collarbone. Outsiders often misunderstood the practice, believing the neck itself stretched unnaturally. The tradition became linked with beauty, cultural identity, and social expectations. But wearing the heavy rings for years could create discomfort and physical strain. Tourists later turned the practice into a spectacle, adding another layer of controversy around the tradition. It's another example of how beauty standards can deeply shape human behavior across generations and cultures. Macaroni Fashion. In the 18th century, wealthy young British men shocked society with an outrageous trend known as Macaroni Fashion. They wore oversized wigs, colorful clothing, tiny hats, makeup, and exaggerated accessories designed to attract attention wherever they went. Traditional society mocked them endlessly, viewing the style as ridiculous and overly dramatic. The trend became so famous that even the song Yankee Doodle referenced it with the line about sticking a feather in a cap and calling it macaroni. Despite the ridicule, many young elites proudly embraced the bizarre look because standing out became a form of status and rebellion. It proved something strange about fashion. Sometimes the goal isn't fitting in, but being impossible to ignore. So, which historical fashion trend do you think was the most shocking? And do you believe modern society is really that different? If you enjoy dark mysteries and unexplained stories like this, consider subscribing to Dark Uncovered for more videos.